Alright, hello you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. So I have a special guest. This is Andy. Andy, say hello to YouTube.
Hello, YouTube. What's going on?
So so I just wanted to obviously in my channel I like talking about my experiences as a trans person. Especially a lot of like my romantic experiences. And I've talked at length about a lot of my sexual experiences. But I just wanted to find out for you, um, the first time that you had, sex with someone that was trans, what was that like for you? Like, what was going through your head? Were you scared? Were you like,
No, not scared. I was just really curious because I was actually interested in experience for quite a few years, but like in
yeah,
Germany, it's tough to find trans people actually.
yeah,
And also like most of them are still looking pretty masculine.
okay,
It's
yeah.
not really my kind of fear.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're actually
Yeah.
talking about it in that I think there are a lot of guys that enjoy the anal stimulation. I mean, that's why pegging has become so common and popular. Like, there are so many like cisgender heterosexual couples where the girl will like penetrate her like boyfriend and stuff. And I always thought that was interesting because at the end of the day, you can't deny that the human body there's so many parts to the human body that can be stimulated, and it makes sense to me that that they are guys that are curious about being stimulated
Mm.
by trans women, but not necessarily by gay men.
Mm.
Because when you think about it, when you see someone that's attractive, let's say you're at a club or at a party or even at the beach, they're fully clothed. You do not see their genitalia. You straight up don't see their genitalia.
Depends on the club, but
Well, yeah. But it's only when you really. So the attraction is more about the vibe, the
Mm.
energy. And of course, I mean, like, I'll be honest, I love penises and I love ass. Like, so if I were to see, like, a trans man, of course I'd be attracted. If I found out he was trans, I would have to do some mental gymnastics in my head and be like, okay, so am I gonna how are we gonna have intercourse, and do I want to have intercourse with a person vaginally? And yeah, like I think there's it's so complicated when it comes to sexuality. But anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. So the first time you had sex with a trans girl, what was that like?
I think it was also a slight discomfort, but maybe just because of like the headspace and all the stigma that's evolved
Yeah,
around it still. Then I was also like thinking of why is that? It doesn't make any sense because
yeah,
I enjoyed it really much, and
yeah,
the whole thing was something I was very interested in for quite
yeah.
a while. So it was just kind of a barrier in my head that was brought up, I think, by society maybe or something like that.
Okay.
That I had to go through, and after that, once it was broken, just really really enjoyable, and like one
Yeah.
thing more in the bucket checklist for experiences for this life. So yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you were able to enjoy it, or I mean, able to enjoy yourself, because I think, for me, I certainly did enjoy myself. Um, I also wanted to find out because when we met, you didn't know I was trans, right? You were
Uh,
told,
First time we met, I didn't know.
and then Max told you.
Yeah, just later on.
Yeah. So, what happened? Okay, so when you found out that I was trans, what was going on like in your head? Like,
It was just
were
thinking
you just
like,
like,
oh,
shit,
she's
he has a dick?
no, my first thought was it's like, oh, she's pretty and she's trans. Nice. That's a good start.
Aw. Yeah. So,
that was actually really, oh, nice. That was pretty much my thought.
well, I'm glad. I really am. I really, really am. I'm
Yeah, I
glad
think
that
must
that
have been quite a weight on your side as well. At least,
it
yeah,
was.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was. I think because for me, when we first met,
Mm,
I felt uncomfortable that we were being so
mm,
close,
mm,
and I had not yet told you. So I was a little bit worried about that.
mm,
And for me, like I felt like I was carrying all this weight on my shoulders, thinking, when should I tell him? How should I tell him? Should I pass the message on through social media, or what should I do? But you were really, really great. You were honestly sweet. But the last thing I wanted to ask you,
mm,
because we are going to keep this video short,
mm.
um, what advice would you give to someone, let's say, who is interested in hooking up with a trans girl, but kind of is worried about how people will perceive him as like as a male, as cisgender straight male, how people will perceive him and look at him.
I think that that's a rather tough one for me because I just honestly don't care what people think. The only thing that
Yeah.
is a bit tough for me personally is like from the business perspective, like I'm working with a
Yeah.
lot of different
Yeah.
investors, different business partners, etc.
Mhm.
Usually, I mean, also they don't care usually,
Yeah.
so it should be fine. So most of the time, I think it's just in your head, or maybe with your parents as well. So I don't know if
Mm.
everyone's parents would be like, "Oh, that's cool." I think
Yeah.
that's also a big barrier for some people, and they're. I mean, you don't have to tell anyone in that case. Just jump over your shed and at least get the experience for yourself, I guess.
Well, yeah, I think you were very lucky in that. Obviously, you come from Germany, and Germany is fairly liberal uh, with regards to identity and gender and things like that. And luckily, I think your family's been very, very accepting of the type of person that you are in terms of your tattoos and piercings and alternativeness.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I always ask, like, is this the last tattoo? You not get any more? I was like, no, of course I'm not getting any more. You know.
But just in closing, I wanted to say on that because we talked a lot about stigma in society. Um, I think my advice to anyone who wants to hook up with someone who's trans or someone who is trans and who's struggling with transphobia and how the world sees you, babe, my angel, I hate to be the one who breaks it to you, but the people who have something against you, the people who want to judge you, will judge you no matter what you do. So the best thing that you can do is to try and live an authentic life, be good to people, and yeah, just have fun and explore, but in a healthy and safe way. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much, Andy, for telling us about your first experience.
Thanks for having me.
That's all right. Bye.